And just like that, Disney has doomed Soy Wars into irrelevancy. Oh, this is a #1 example on how to destroy a legendary franchise. Disney does not belong in the Star Wars space. The blatant arrogance and disrespect coming from these cretins is laughable. A giant, expensive failure. They must love losing money at this point. Hit the like button because Disney, let the future die. Kill it if you have to. And given the current political climate in the US, this comes as no surprise. God help us all. Before we break down this lunacy, I just want to say identity politics is nothing but a way to shield corporations from criticism. And when some of the stanky, wanky, wokey say, oh, the reason why people don't watch Star Wars like they used to is because Star Wars fatigue. No, you're wrong. That's just a smokescreen created to cover up the failure of the Sith Lord known as Kathy Kennedy. You know, let me take that back. I'm not gonna call Kennedy a Sith Lord because that's being rude to the Sith. Because she must have some spicy photos of the board of directors to still have a job at this point. But imagine a person taking charge of making a trilogy and they don't have a clue on how that trilogy will end before making the first movie. And then taking one of the most important characters of said trilogy that was a beacon of hope, Luke Skywalker, the last Jedi, a hero willing to die by his own father's hand just to save the galaxy. Just to turn him into a milk-drinking, scared, wimpy hermit. I mean, that is just egregious. Anyway, look, imagine also going on stage and telling 50% of the population that the whole reason why you're making a movie is to, quote, make them uncomfortable. Excuse me? I mean, let's just take that quote and let's just change a word and say, I went on stage and said, for the movie I'm promoting, the reason why you should watch it is because I like making women feel uncomfortable. How fast would I be rushed off the stage and cancelled for eternity? I tell you what. Humanity has clearly reached its peak, folks. We may as well just ask God to find that magical reset button he used when he decided that the dinosaurs weren't working out. Scrap the whole planet and give the worms their chance to rise. Because clearly we are just failing beyond belief. If you're trying to make men uncomfortable, then you're going to have a hard time getting anybody to watch this. Trash. I don't think I've ever been more confident in saying that this movie is completely gonna bomb and make no money. Not only for these incredibly insane comments, but because no one cares about Rey Palpatine. I mean, what dense, purple-haired, creepy weirdo is sitting with his legs crossed in the Disney offices somewhere and saying, you know what we need to fix Star Wars? A Rey movie, yeah! You are a moron. Forget about the statements. This is doomed to fail because the fundamental basis of your story is empty. Nobody cares about these characters, and I will greatly enjoy how uncomfortable you will be when this inevitably crashes and burns. You know, now that I think about it, this kind of reeks like the same they pulled for The Last Jedi. We knew it was garbage. They knew it was garbage before they even released it, so they sent out the hate to kind of cover their tracks. Only this time in 2024, everybody is tired of franchises being ruined. And a lot of us have stopped buying anything these flatulent clowns produce. It's over, Mickey. You will never make a Star Wars movie in the theater that actually makes money. Anyway, look. One of the things she said is that it's time for a woman to direct a big project. Yet she neglects to mention that Deborah Chow beat her to it in the Obi-Wan TV show. Or how about Catherine Bigelow back in the 80s? None of this is rooted in any truth, it's all emotion. And it's amazing how a woman sees a story about an entire galaxy full of vast species and backgrounds and somehow makes it about her. Yeah, you have no idea what you're doing, do you? The upward failure is strong with this one. And believe me, you'll definitely be making men uncomfortable by making a cringy dumpster juice that feels nothing but weirdness and awkwardness in an empty movie theater. Bravo! Like I said, this is what happens when your product absolutely sucks massive. clicks. You then misdirect it and focus onto something that has nothing to do with the actual product you're selling. But the thing is, like I said, you can huff and you can puff all they want. I still ain't paying or watching any of their garbage. Star Wars is dead. Long live the George Lucas series. This will be known as the dead era of Star Wars in like 20 years if this even blows over. These people are so incompetent that it probably won't blow over, and on that bombshell, Mannix out.